Yo.
It's your boy Coachella. I got my boy
Deezy.
We are the Illinois Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast, link below.
Yo. We are the Illinois Wise Guys. It's your boy Coachella. I got my boy
Deezy. For Sheezy. It's way too easy. It's a little breezy today. But the sun will come back another day. ZZ. Might come back another day. You know what I'm saying? Not
Talk to him. Shout out to the gang. We appreciate y'all for pulling up on us once again. If you're new here, stay a while. If you've been here before, stay even longer. You know, we want to thank you guys for watching our last episodes. Very brief shout out, but much appreciated to Julissa for pulling up on us in NYC. That was such a dope episode, man.
It was.
I appreciated that, man.
It was. Very fun.
You know, you got
my favorite city.
I'm glad I had a third party to tell you how wrong you were in a lot of respects, man. You know, it was good. It was good for that to happen. You know,
first and foremost, let me address. Before I address the haters. New York City is my favorite city. I always say that. Good food, good vibes, good energy.
Absolutely.
Now for the haters, we got something for you. Peep out the window.
They don't know what you're talking about, man. That's a little inside joke. We had a good time, man.
It was good.
We had a really good time. We was,
New York,
you know,
New York City
we ended
great.
up going to Queens. Went to a little.
Oh, we were in Queens. We were in Queensbridge or Queens. The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not from there. I don't know the difference, but I just know we went to a little Dominican spot.
Well,
we heard a lot of Bad Bunny. We heard a lot of Bad Bunny that day.
We heard a lot of Bad Bunny. We heard a lot of Daddy Yankee.
Bad
but you would
Bunny,
never say that. It was Daddy Yankee
Daddy
was there.
Yankee.
Daddy Yankee was being played. And Rosalia was being played.
Who?
Rosalia.
Oh, Rosalia. Yo, no, but shout out to New York City, man. Always love, you know. We'll be back. We'll be back. This is episode 142.
142.
For those of you guys not in the DC area, I'm you know, good for you because it's rainy, it's gloomy out here. You know, we hope for better weather. You know what I'm saying? If I had allergies, I'm sure I would be going through it.
I do got allergies. My eyes be burning.
Oh, for real?
Eyes be burning.
Wait, burning from allergies or something else? Like,
yeah,
did you participate in 420? Were your eyes burning because of that, man? What did you do?
Hey, I have not smoked. I probably smoked one joint in my life.
Yo, the fact that you called it a joint,
whatever.
Listen, we gotta stop right there.
What do they call them? Sticks.
They could, bro. That just shows your age.
Joint, the reefer.
It's called a pre-roll, man.
Pre-roll.
It's called a blunt. Call it a blunt.
Isn't the pre-roll what we putting on our show? Like
ironically,
somebody ordered a pre-roll.
Shout out to everybody who celebrated 420. That was not me.
Oh damn, you didn't celebrate 420?
I actually didn't. It was on like a Thursday, so I was cool.
Weed has fallen off.
Here we go.
Can I talk about that? That's gonna be our first topic.
Here we go.
Weed has fallen off. Let's be real.
Here we go.
When weed was illegal,
God.
The aura behind it, and you know there was rappers making songs about weed, and weed just had more of a like exclusive feel. These days, weed is just nobody really. It's just whatever.
I have nothing to say or nothing to contribute to this conversation, so I'm gonna ask Leo. Leo, what do you think?
He just licked. Lick means yes. He agrees with me.
Did it fall off? Yes or no? Okay, you heard the noise. I think if you remove the allure and you say anything is legal that was once illegal, of course it's gonna quote unquote the hype surrounding weed has fallen off.
Yes,
I agree with that.
Surrounding weed has fallen off.
But has weed itself fallen off? Absolutely not. I think people are smoking more than ever.
I mean, come on. There's so many other things, and it could be because of the pandemic.
Hey, my G, tell that to Wiz Khalifa. Tell that to Snoop Dogg.
They're aging. These stars. There is not a single, like Wiz Khalifa was their poster boy for weed. The young artists are poster boys for weed.
You know why though?
The top artists are not talking about weed.
But you know why?
They're talking about actually harder drugs.
Listen, you want to make this a topic?
Why not? Do the church announcements and we can come back.
All right. So church announcements for you guys. Let's take a little quick break. Make sure you guys go stream Zero Skips, the playlist. It features a lot of rising artists that you maybe have never heard before, but you absolutely should. We just added a bunch of new songs to the playlist, and we got some bangers. We got some bangers on this joint, man. Shout out to The Thought. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He has a song called More. Amazing song. It sounds like some fashion runway. It's like summery. Shout out to your boy Joni Shelby. He has a song called Lately. I think that one is a sleeper. It's really a dope song. And if you would like to submit to us, make sure you either follow our Instagram account for Zero Skips. It's literally Zero Skips, one word, on Instagram. Send us a DM or email us at zeroskips@illadvisedwiseguys.com, and we'll make sure to consider your music for the playlist. In addition to that, make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel. We feature a lot of clips on the show, or clips from the show, a lot of topics that go viral. Last episode, we talked about Bad Bunny. That one's going up right now. People are in the comments debating whether or not Bad Bunny is a megastar or not, which I think is really dope. So you guys make sure, if you're not somebody who likes to check out long form content and you want to check out bits and pieces of our episodes, go on our YouTube channel, click on the clips playlist. It'll be right there for you guys. Make sure to check that out. Q, what you got?
Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, ratingsgamemusic.com, the hottest song and album review site on the planet. I just did one album review this past week, and it was NBA Youngboy, Don't Try This at Home. It was 33 tracks long, so
I couldn't do it.
Only did that one, but we also have song reviews from our very talented writers.
Yes.
Couple songs came out. The Kid Leroy dropped a song with Juice WRLD called Where Does Your Soul Go? I thought that was pretty deep. Nicki Minaj dropped a song with some new up-and-coming pop artist that I thought was pretty good.
Thought it was cool, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
I heard that.
It was like nostalgic.
They
flipped the nostalgic.
What did they flip? I forget.
They flipped the
It was the Akon joint, right?
The Six Flags song.
I feel like Akon used that beat when he was popping. But
for sure.
Yeah, but.
And The Weeknd and Future dropped a song, too. I thought it was fire. Uche didn't think it was fire. I thought it was fire. I thought The Weeknd sounded amazing on the song.
Meh.
I think it might be Song of the Year at the moment.
That's cap.
But if you took Future out, it's definitely. But check out ratingsgamemusic.com, best site in the world, music site. Eventually, it's going to be the best site in the world.
In the words of New York people, I'm jacking that. Pause. Listen, it's up there. But in regards to what you said before about that Weeknd song, listen, in the words of the late, great Takeoff, cap. Anyway, let's get to it. Now,
let's get back to the marijuana.
No, let's get to what we talk about on the episode.
Oh, okay.
First and foremost, we have to talk about AI. Now, I ain't talking about Allen Iverson. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. You know, for all of you guys who have been...
Oh, we talking about artificial intelligence? Mm-hmm. We need to talk about the computer. We talking about artificial intelligence. Yeah. All right, sorry, I just had to. You said Allen Iverson, sorry. I just had to.
Yeah, I see what you did. But no, has AI taken over? We've seen... Drake, a song from Drake, or what we thought was Drake in The Weeknd drop. We've heard Kanye West on songs of what we thought was Kanye West.
That was not Drake. That was Commander Keen.
Bro, that was Rake. Commander Keen.
What you know about Commander Keen?
I don't know nothing about
what? You don't know about Commander Keen? That was the best computer game ever.
But no, we're going to talk about, I was about to say Allen Iverson. We're going to talk about AI and whether or not, what it's doing to society, what it's doing to the music industry. How will it affect the music industry, which is really, I think, the most important part of this conversation.
Yes.
I think that's a hot button topic. We're definitely going to get to it. And then after that, we're going to talk about how or whether or not mystique behind artists and just the allure that comes with an artist, is that overrated? Is it overstated? Is it something that a lot of artists try to use as a marketing ploy, but it really is played out in 2023? Maybe the artists that we talk about may alter your answer, but that's definitely something we're going to get to.
Yep.
But first, I guess we're talking about cannabis. This was like an impromptu topic, but in reality, 420 did just pass.
It did.
And so you asked the question.
Most overrated day to be acknowledged.
That's interesting.
Most overrated.
Wait.
And then.
More than Earth Day?
I take Earth Day better. I started drinking water on that day. Once they said it was Earth Day, I said, I'm going to treat my faucet better.
All right. But you asked me a question. I forget. You said something like, why isn't weed highlighted by artists these days? Is that what you said?
Like these days, young artists, like for instance, I listened to NBA YoungBoy's album. Throughout the album, you know, he might talk about lighten up, maybe like a little bit, but it was more so about taking drugs and doing all these other things. And if you just go down the line and think about all the artists that are popping right now, they're not really talking about weed. They're talking about broccoli, LSD, or not broccoli.
Broccoli is weed.
Broccoli's weed. I meant what's the term for what's it? Mushrooms. That's what I meant to say. They're talking about mushrooms. They're talking about LSD. They're talking about cocaine. They're talking about other stuff. Weed has kind of been pushed to the back a little bit.
I think it's because it's become legal. And
like what's the last weed anthem you've heard? I've not heard a weed anthem in years.
It's a good question.
420 was actually a day that a lot of artists dropped weed inspired songs.
Bro, I wouldn't even say that. No, remember the days where, bro, it was like a rite of passage for a rapper to have a smoking song on their album.
Hell yeah.
That was like a thing. You know, you had to have that.
Hell yeah.
And so that shows you how ingratiated weed was into the culture. Yeah. And like, now it's not. And I think it's because it's become legal. But more importantly,
that's a cop out a little bit.
No, but I actually think that's like the precursor reason. Mm-hmm. I think the real reason is because, number one, people are taking harder drugs. Yes, it's that simple.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
It's not.
That's true.
Weed used to be for fashion.
Cause
drugs are fashion.
Drugs are fashion,
bro. Weed is not for fashion anymore. Now it's you got to be doing lean. You got to be doing pills.
Like rappers could easily be like, yo, I did gushers today, dog. Like, I had some gushers, dog. Like, pull it up in the whip with some gushers, dog. Like, gushers is tight. But anyway.
Wait, the candy?
Yeah, the
gushers. I used to love gushers, bro.
Why can't rappers promote healthy foods?
You call gushers healthy?
I put up on the block with some avocados, bro. Like we eating avocados. Like nobody. But anyway, weed. Like remember Redman and Method? There was artists, kind of going to your point. There was artists back in the day that their whole setup was around weed.
Of course.
Like Redman and Method Man.
Oh yeah.
All about being high.
They were in How High.
They were in How High. They created a movie called How High. You know, you're talking about obviously Wiz Khalifa we mentioned. Devin the Dude. Remember him? Devin the Dude.
All he did was smoke.
Anytime he came out, it was about weed.
The man sounded high in every verse.
You know how
I've ever heard from him.
You know how Lecrae, when Lecrae gets guest artists, like you have to like clean up your raps when you get on a Lecrae song.
Right.
When the Devin the Dude, you had to like talk about weed somehow.
Yep.
You know, that's how much of like weed influenced his music was.
Interesting.
And then Dr. Dre, The Chronic. It's called The Chronic. Weed has fallen off, folks. Weed is no longer as tight as it was at a certain point. Weed's not cool, guys. Weed's not cool.
Listen,
Edibles is doing his thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this for right now, and this is not a promotion of drugs. Bring America back again, aka weed. Bring the old America, which consisted of weed.
But did you like it though?
So look, here's the thing. I think we got to bring it back for multiple reasons. Number one, for health reasons. I never heard a case where a rapper died from smoking too much weed. Have you ever heard that?
They did stupid stuff.
All right, but did you hear about overdosing?
I haven't heard of. There's no such thing as overdosing.
All right, so but how many times have we heard an artist take fentanyl laced drugs because they doing pills, they doing all these oxycodone drugs, the lean and all this stuff that is infused with the toxic chemicals these days? I think that like people are on the harder drugs because they just over weed. They're just over
because weed is not moving the needle.
I think weed became too mainstream, and I mean that legally. Before weed was mainstream, but it was underground. It was still illegal.
So this is kind of off topic of the whole music topic. Do you think weed becoming legal kind of hurt its reputation? Like, is weed now like the dude that got it out the mud and now is like turn pop? Like, is weed that old trap rapper that's now dabbling in pop music? Like, is that what weed is now? Like, it's not. It's
is weed Moneybagg Yo?
It's overrated. Alcohol has always been that guy. Alcohol has always been in the streets. Like, alcohol always gonna be the same reputation. Alcohol would never fall off or never fall out or whatever.
it's hard, but yeah, I think we fell off from the mainstream. It's because it became too readily accessible to people. It became legal. People don't care about legal shit. It's let's be honest.
Which is so stupid.
But let's be honest. There's an allure. It's no different than like kids. Like think about like just life. When someone told you, when an adult told you as a kid, when you were a kid, say, "Yo, don't do that. That's bad."
You wanted to do
You
it.
gravitated towards it. I think that's part of life. Like beyond being a kid, people want to indulge in stuff that is not accepted. And I think unfortunately that's it plays into the drug aspect.
It's like you go into the illegal.
And they playing with their lives now, you know.
But you see, then
it is what it is.
That to me just shows how bogus like the music industry is. How bogus it is at sometimes. Where it's like you're only promoting the illegal. You're only promoting the bad. Now that weed's legal, it's like, we're off that. We're going to go to whatever else is illegal. At a certain point, when they start making everything legal, they're going to start promoting drinking engine oil. They're going to be like, oh, man, I was sipping on engine oil.
Engine oil, drinking
music,
engine oil is not illegal.
Hip-hop music.
So
hip-hop music gravitates, which is a problem. Hip-hop music gravitates to the toxic. They gravitate to the illegal, right?
yeah, can we stop sounding like old men here?
Damn right, I sound like old man.
I hope you don't keep this same energy with this AI topic because I really want to get into that.
Hey,
I want to get into that.
Hey, listen, I'm going to close out by saying this about weed. At the end of the day, I don't necessarily judge people that smoke weed or whatever or anything like that. It's all good. Mm-hmm. But I just find it interesting how it's no longer like a super topic. It's like no longer talked about. It's no longer once it got legal. Isn't that troublesome? Doesn't that bother you a little bit? Does that mean that we were promoting this as like the hip hop community was promoting this because it was illegal and it was not necessarily easy to get? Is that what this is behind? I'm just talking.
No, you're asking to me a question that has an obvious answer. The answer is yes. Ooh. Let's be honest, bro. Ooh. Like you see, this is what happens when we have these type of discussions. When people have this discussion, nobody want to keep it real. Everybody want to act like it's just it's by happenstance. It's coincidence that all these artists promote drugs. People just turn a blind eye to it. Mm-hmm. And then we start asking questions once somebody dies from the drug. Why did we let them promote it? Oh, why didn't they get help? Okay, well, let's start pointing our fingers upwards. Mm-hmm. There's promotion. Why are labels promoting these drugs? Why has it become big business to promote drug usage to a group of people? You know why?
Because How High had to be marketed. How High made it to a theater near you. How the hell did a movie called How High, when at that time weed was pretty much illegal in every state, how did they get marketing money to the point where they had the money to make the movie? They got prominent actors, and then they were able to market it so people can watch it in the theater. That was illegal. You were promoting something illegal.
The last thing I'm going to say on this topic is that, look, with all that being said, everything we just said, I don't like the fact that there are still people in jail for weed.
Now that
we want to have a real discussion. Y'all want to legalize this and y'all want to make money off of it. All them people who are in jail who got locked up, y'all should retroactively let all them people out. I'm talking about if it was only a weed charge.
For sure.
That's what I would say. So listen, if you guys actually celebrate 420, which clearly it's played out, which is what I think that's what we concluded. That's the moral of the story. 420 is played out.
Let's be real.
That's played out.
Can I be real? This is ill-advised
420 is played out.
This is ill-advised wise guys.
It is what it is.
This is ill-advised wise guys. Maybe I'm older. Maybe I'm an old ass. But if somebody comes up to me, if you were to come up to me and be like, "Yo, man, we celebrating 420," I'm gonna be like, you got your priorities wrong. I'm gonna be like, yo, you're a loser. Like, not a loser, but you're going backwards in life.
It depends.
If you took off work,
okay, that's different. If
you were just out and about and you're like, oh, it's 420, I did all my job. You know what? Maybe I'll roll up some weed like on 420 at my house or something like that. Cool. But if you legit think 420 is a actual holiday, I'm not with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. Everything I just said might go out the window with this last statement. The fact that weed still has a day and none of these other drugs do.
There's alcohol day.
I don't know if it's
they just don't
out,
call it alcohol day.
Nah,
they
dog.
don't call it alcohol
Nah,
day.
dog.
Negro, St. Patrick's Day is alcohol day.
Where's the codeine day?
Because you're not.
Where's the
supposed to.
Percocet?
You know
day?
what the codeine day is?
What?
The day you get sick.
See?
If you're sick with a cold, that's when it's codeine day.
What I'm saying to you is that we saying we fell off, we saying all of this shit, yet they still have a day that is recognized to some extent. All these other drugs. I can't believe I'm promoting this weed in this.
Weed?
Yeah.
You trying to say weed's better than the rest? You trying to say?
I'm trying to say you could say it fell off, but did it really? It got a whole day. Enough for we were sober. This is sober talk, guys. Can we talk about AI?
Andre Iguodala?
Yo, next topic. How will AI impact the music industry? You know, I want to start this because, like, dude, I came to you about 2 months ago, probably, when I guess it was kind of still early, like, you know, on the conversation about artificial intelligence, because I was seeing this become a thing. And I said, yo, bro, I think we need to discuss this. And, you know, I'm glad we're here now to discuss it, regardless, because things have heated up since. But to take you guys back, there was an attempt by people smarter than us to put out music under the allure and guiles and effing Mecca. There was this artificial intelligent robot-ish. It had like this graphic and, you know, fake dreads and it had the image of a rapper. However, it wasn't truly a rapper, but it was AI driven software that was creating music. And didn't Gunna feature on that song?
I don't know.
He did.
It
was a song called Florida Water. By effing Mecca featuring Gunna. I remember this very clearly.
And what did he sound like?
Bro, he sounded like every rapper.
Really?
He sounded like Playboy Cardi mixed with Lil Pump. Like it wasn't, you know. But the thing is this. I think it was too early at the time. And I think it didn't really reach the conversation for people to really put people in fear because it was a voice of somebody who didn't resemble anybody that they knew. This changed once we started hearing music from artists that we've known and loved for years now being artificially represented. There was a song that just dropped called, I think, Heart on My Sleeve by a gentleman by the name of, I think his name is Ghostwriter. Dropped the song with an AI version of Drake and The Weeknd. And that's the song that made people lose their mind because they're like, oh my God, Drake? This sounds just like Drake. You know, I think we're at a point where a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are happy. We gonna see what's gonna happen. But Q, what do you think about artificial intelligence right now, bro? Is the world over?
First and foremost,
is the world
over? I
over?
was gonna say first and foremost, like I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime that, you know, it could be a sign that the world's coming to an end. But I'm just like, you know, not quite. Like for instance, you know what I thought was a sign that the world's coming to an end? They had those cereal, like you can get Cinnamon Toast Crunch with the milk and the cereal in a bar, and it was in a bar. But then they had cars that drive itself, you know, with Tesla. Then, you know, they're giving students tablets. I was like, okay, you know, it's the world's changing. Cool. This scares me the most. This AI crap that's going on right now scares the hell out of me because at the end of the day, in terms of artistry, that's the scariest thing. I think something that we all have to make sure we protect is artists. From day one, I feel like artists have always needed to be put on pedestals. They need to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Like if artist gets copied, you know, it's acknowledged. You know, we put so much emphasis on ghostwriting and things like that because artistry is just so important to our everyday lives. And in a world where computers and AI can duplicate an artist in their artistry, like that is literally the biggest scare. Because I grew up in an era where, you know, there was Napster and LimeWire, right? And I know you did this. You'll try to download a song or something, and then it will say, "What? There's a song with Jay-Z, Tupac, Nas, and Biggie?" You download the song, and it just be a mix of just a whole bunch of this is clearly not a real song. This is a song that somebody put together. Or maybe you had a song and it'll be like, whoa, there's a song with Master P featuring Jay-Z, and then it's a Jay-Z verse from like another song that they put on another song. You know what I'm saying?
I.e. the Biggie duets.
Biggie duets. It was like that. But you know, it's clearly some random person put it out there, and you know, whatever. That scared me because it was like, dog, like these people are making fake songs. Now, not only are they making fake songs with this AI, they are now creating verses that weren't there. See, back then they were taking verses from other songs and mixing and matching it. Now they're creating verses that weren't there. So now, eventually, it may get to a point where you're hearing a song and you're asking yourself, is this even a real song? Do you know how much verification is going to be needed these days?
Yo, that's
crazy.
That's a good pivot, because what ended up happening once that song dropped on, I'm talking about the Drake and Weeknd, AI Drake Weeknd song dropped on streaming, Universal Music Group told Spotify and all these mother suckers, all these streaming platforms, take that joint down, and they complied, because right now we're at I think a landmark historic point. We've never seen nothing like this. You've never seen imitation in this manner. There's so many legalities. There's so many things that still haven't been sorted out. Throughout this whole phase of AI so far, I've learned that, do you know that like people's voices can't be copywritten at the moment? Human beings have thought about everything else in the world. They say, oh, you can't copyright somebody's lyrics. You can't copyright somebody's melody.
So what the hell
you can't
does that
copyright
mean? You can't copy somebody's voice. What if my voice just sounds like that?
They have in the law of copyright, there was not a provision that covers someone's voice being imitated, which means that human beings didn't think this far. They didn't think that there would ever be a point where someone's voice would be replicated to this point.
Well, Negro, they didn't watch iRobot.
Who's they? You mean
talking about
Thomas Jefferson and Andrew Hamilton or whatever? You talking about them? Of course not.
Everybody that's on the damn penny.
Yeah, that George Washington. Bro, iRobot came on 05.
But iRobot, if you watch iRobot is very scary, because it's
Facts.
like iRobot's Will Smith's character is like, yo, dude, like these robots are the ones committing the crimes, and the robot's like, it wasn't me, and it's like, dude, like that's kind of along the lines where, you know, right now it seems like we're in a place where AI, people are trying to use it for good, you know, but there's going to be people that are money hungry. They're going to try to make money out of stealing people's voices, creating these songs, because they're going to make money. Could you imagine this story, right, became a major story. It became something that was covered on news. So just like I asked you today, I said, yo, I want to listen to the song. They get 1 million streams, billion streams, trillion streams. Even if Universal tells them to take it down, they already got 1 billion streams for YouTube. Now they can start monetizing. And now you can start doing whatever the hell you want to do.
I don't know how this is going to end, and I don't think anybody does. But I'm torn on this matter, to be honest with you. I see the scariness. I see how it's threatening. I see how it's not good for creatives. It's infringing on other people's rights. You can just copy somebody. I don't think that's right. We're going to get to a point where the human experience is going to mean even more than it does today. And this kind of plays into like how, you know, on our last, when we were in New York, we talked about how has it become too expensive to become a fan of an artist? To me, it's not a coincidence that show prices have gone up. All of these different things to like experience a real person has gone through the roof these days.
Yeah.
And we see AI tracks coming around. Bro, the human output, what we do as humans, we make songs, we do all these different things, and whether it's in music, all that stuff is being devalued. You know, I was thinking too, you notice how like over the last couple months, we've seen a bunch of reports that have come out, whether it's from Future, Justin Bieber, all of these artists that have been out here selling their publishing, selling their rights to all these different people, cashing out. And a lot of people, they just been seeing it like, oh, here's another person cashing out. But I've been sitting back like, yo, why is this all happening right now? And I have concluded, I think that they seen this AI wave.
Like I
Bro,
think they're
they
seeing something.
cashing out on their previous work because moving forward, will their discography, will their catalog that they're making newly moving forward, will it even mean as much?
And
Will it even mean as much? Would it be able to be worth as much?
And the thing that is also scary, right, about this whole situation is music. I think already is at an all-time low. It's at an all-time low. Let's be real. It just doesn't mean as much to people.
It's become such a
People
commodity.
are not
It's become a
listening
commodity
to it
like
on
crazy.
the radio. People are not listening to it. People don't really care to follow your typical artist. People are more consumed with the personal lives of these artists than they are of the music that they're actually coming out with.
Right.
So like if AI was affected at a time where music was booming, cool. Music is at its down spiral. So I hope it doesn't become about like, with sports, right? I think sports is also kind of at its downtrend, right? These days, more people care about the commentary that comes with sports. The first takes of the world, the Skip and Shannons. They're more concerned about the commentary, the drama, than actually the games. Like, that's what sports has become, right? I say that to say what's scary about this AI situation is that it's going to be fun to people to think about that whole aspect of AI. It's going to be one of those things that just adds another layer of fluff to the music industry to where people aren't going to be paying attention to the actual music anymore. We'll see where it goes. I mean, you made a good point. It got to be regulated. And I think if you get caught doing something like they did with the Weeknd and Drake, you're going to have to punish them probably with hefty fines or like you got to put them in jail. Like,
you say that assuming that AI is this bad thing for the world and you want to see it go away. Unfortunately, this joint ain't going nowhere.
I mean, it's going to get crazier.
I'm
not even going to say worse.
Yo, you know what's
It's gonna
funny?
get crazier.
Right now, if you go, do you know that like the number one requested, because like everybody's trying to get their hands on AI right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, how do I use it? Bro, the number one search thing right now is creating fake Trump, like whether it's vocals, creating fake Trump images. Like people are trying to use it for nefarious reasons or good reasons. Now, that's why I think regulation is important. Everyone in the history of life is going to have to at some point say, it wasn't me.
I'm starting to think you're a bot. Now I don't trust you.
Yo.
The hell you using the word nefarious for?
You see what I'm saying?
You damn bot.
Yo.
You can't get past me.
It wasn't me. Maybe this AI ooch.
I don't know who the hell I'm talking to.
It wasn't me.
Talk about nefarious.
Yo, bro, everybody's going to say it wasn't me at some point. I'm telling you.
It wasn't me.
Yo, Drake literally said it wasn't me when that new song came out. It was like,
It wasn't me.
The Weeknd said, yo, it wasn't me.
That's crazy.
This is the scariest part about that joint. The song, I told you this before because you didn't hear the song.
Yeah.
That AI Drake sounded, when I say identical to Drake, I mean like your average person, if they said, yo, Drake came out with a new song, listen, nobody, if they didn't know this was AI Drake, they would not question it. I'm telling you.
You know who will work for it? With Lil Wayne. Because Lil Wayne's going to be like, I don't remember. I probably did. Somebody could take credit for Lollipop. They'd be like, AI made Lollipop, not Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne don't remember making that song.
He's the only one? That's because he smoked too much weed back in the day. That's why.
I don't remember.
I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. It's getting spooky. Listen, I'm going to be watching this, man.
No, I'm not.
Shit. And here's the thing. Here's what nobody else talks about. You can say, I don't want to watch it all you want. Guess what? It's going to impact every industry. It's going to impact everything we do on an everyday basis. You're not even going to be able to avoid it.
They're going to have AI 90 Day Fiance. That's when I'm going to start getting mad.
Bro, they already got AI TV shows. They got AI pictures. They got pictures, people creating photos right now.
AI TV show. Just get me out of here.
Yo, this is the infant stages,
I'm not
man.
here. I'm not here for it.
It wasn't me.
The bots are watching. Is there going to be AI beef? What if they start having AI beef?
Yo, there will be.
Like,
yo, can you imagine if
what if they start?
Yo, bruh,
Sony.
think about this. You know how Drake dissed Kanye on his last song?
Yeah.
Think if somebody created an AI version of Kanye, a diss to Drake.
That's true. What
What if Drake didn't know it was really him?
That's true. That's true.
The beef gets re-sparked.
That's true. Hey,
But what is going to happen?
Now you're gonna see. Now you open Pandora's box. Because now that means you're gonna hear so many people be like, "It was AI. It wasn't me." You know the tweets where they say,
I got hacked.
It's gonna be, it was AI. That wasn't me.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've never seen a song aged so gracefully. Shout out to Shaggy and what's my man's name back in the day? Where it wasn't me. Dog, that song aged like wine, bro. I'm telling you that excuse, it wasn't me, is gonna be legit now.
It wasn't me.
Bro, people gonna be like, yo, it wasn't me. That was AI me. I didn't say that.
No, but Shaggy was guilty.
Yo, you guys, I know you guys are out there watching, and maybe some of you guys are scared, maybe some of you guys are not. What do you think about AI, man? Leave it in the comments when we put these up on YouTube and Instagram and all these other social networks. Let's move on to the next topic. Funny, are mystical artists given too much credit?
Mystical.
I ain't talking about mystical the rapper. I'm talking about mysterious artists. People that don't show who they truly are. They use it as a marketing ploy. It becomes part of their brand. Everybody knows an artist that they don't know nothing about, but they love their music. And that feeds into why they like them a lot. Whether it's Beyonce, The Weeknd, Early Weeknd. Mostly Early Weeknd. Early Weeknd was weird as hell, bro.
He was.
He's become like a normal guy. No, he's somewhat. He's still bro. Weeknd is cool. No, bro. The last album where The Weeknd was not as weird was probably After Hours. Now obviously he's only dropped Dawn FM right since, but to me Dawn FM he was a little weird.
Playing a character every single time I see him,
but he's not as weird as what I'm trying to say. Like weird. He seems like a normal guy.
He's always been weird.
All right,
I
cool.
think he's never not been weird.
Cool. Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Another guy.
Okay.
Andre 3000. Bro, people don't know nothing about Andre 3000. Mm-hmm. He just goes off in the dust. Mm-hmm. Jay Electronica. I've never seen somebody so hyped, bro. I'm gonna be honest with all due respect.
Here we go.
With all due respect.
Here we go.
Jay Electronica.
Here we go.
Is probably the most like mysterious person in the last 10 years in hip hop. Mm. Bro, he dropped like one song. Exhibit C, one song made people be like, yo, this guy's the greatest. Yo, this top 5. Yo, I've never heard a rapper. And then he didn't drop another song for 8 years. But whatever, I digress. But you get what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
The mysteriousness.
Kendrick Lamar is mysterious too.
Kendrick Lamar.
He just drops his albums and goes away.
I think this is a good segue. So I want to know what you think, man. Like, can everybody pull off mysteriousness? And also just, bro, is mysteriousness overrated, man? Like, do we really just want to know who these people are in reality?
In this day and age, you know, there's this hot topic going on in the sports world about, you know, Michael Jordan, whether or not he would survive in this era of social media and just the way that players are covered.
Yeah.
And they were like, because Michael Jordan had a gambling problem, like it was well documented, and then he had a temper, and you know Michael Jordan was not necessarily the nicest guy.
Bro, I heard Michael Jordan.
He's punched teammates. I mean, he's done all this stuff that a lot of these artists, these NBA players are getting scrutinized for.
Facts.
Michael Jordan has done, right?
Bro, Michael Jordan used to smoke a cigar after every game.
Used to smoke a cigar. Allegedly. You know, that's a hot topic, and I think that same kind of logic should be, you know, applied to today. In today's artists, because back in the day we knew mysterious, you can be mysterious, it's all good, you come back whenever you want to come back. Like back in the day it was like drop your album, go away for a couple years, then when you come back, that's your big comeback. Usher did it every single time. He just kept going away, come back. I'm coming back with a potential baby. He goes away, then comes back. I'm married now. And then when the album comes back, he's getting divorced. Like he came back with some story every single time because he didn't know what was happening in between those albums, right?
Unfortunately, and sometimes
remember he had.
I was gonna say, and sometimes it was negative. Remember that time he came back and somebody said he had somebody gave him an STD.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, sometimes it come back and it don't work for
Usher
you.
Bucks, but you know. I just think in today's age is the question. Does being mysterious, does having those gaps where people don't necessarily know what's going on work? And so in my opinion, music has to, if you're an artist, you have to drop music quicker than you've ever had to as an artist. Like if you go away for a year, that's a long time in today's age. Like you can't just go away for a year and not feature on somebody's song, not put out a social media post or anything. At the end of the day, people just kind of gravitate to someone else. We weren't doing that back in the day. But these days, people are just being like, oh, you're not going to come out? All right, in the meantime, I'll listen to this. You know? So you bring up guys like Andre 3000, who, you know, Andre 3000 was able to accomplish a lot before he started disappearing. And then he just became, that was his brand. So I think Andre 3000 gets a pass because that was his brand. The whole reason you like me is because I'm mysterious and I drop verses. So I don't necessarily have much of an issue. I know you might rant about it. I don't have an issue with Andre 3000. Frank Ocean, I have an issue with. Frank Ocean, who, by the way, let me get my Stephen A. Put the camera on when I say what I'm about to say.
The camera's right there.
Let me say this about Frank Ocean first. Great artist. Channel Orange was a classic. Nobody's debating with you that Channel Orange is not a classic. It's a classic. Super Rich Kids, all that good songs on that album.
I'm thinking of the album. What's the EP he put out with the BMW on the
cover?
cover?
That's Nostalgia. Nostalgia. That was a great one. That's the one that had Thinking of You.
Oh man.
No. And what was it? His very first song that was
first
popping.
one that everybody
What was the
loved?
first song that was popping?
Remember,
it was
ahead,
Drugs. It was Novocaine.
There you go. Yes.
Fire.
Yes.
Fire. So Frank Ocean was flames those first couple of times he came out. Super Rich Kids, like I said, Bad Religion. Freaking love these songs. Forrest Gump. I love that first album. But he hasn't necessarily dropped in 10 years. 10 years. And not only has he not dropped, he hasn't said anything on social media. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't done appearances as much. We don't even know what Frank Ocean looks like. I don't know if he has braids. I don't know if he's aging. I don't know if he has gray hair. Frank Ocean has fully disappeared from the music scene. I don't even know why. And so for me, there's this, what bothers me about Frank Ocean, and this going back to the whole Mystique thing, is Frank Ocean is heralded because you can sometimes be Mystique and people are giving you credit for that. People are giving Frank Ocean credit for disappearing, in my opinion, for being somebody who has not dropped. He's dropped two albums.
In 10 years.
In 10, maybe even 15.
No,
why is there Mystique? Why is there this such big, Frank Ocean's a legend. Frank Ocean's amazing. 10 years, 2 albums, and I can argue I love Channel Orange. The other blonde one, I can't tell you a single song from that album.
Bro,
I listened to it, I didn't like it.
Bro, Blonde, if I'm being nice, I'll say Blonde wasn't for me.
I didn't like it.
But I'll go a step further and I'll say
like
Blonde wasn't even good.
I didn't like it.
Blonde was mid.
So he dropped one album.
Real talk.
That was great, right? And why is he headlining Coachella? Why? Because he disappeared for 10, 15 years. You haven't heard from him from a long time. And he now has the right to headline Coachella?
So,
do you know who headlined Coachella Day 2? Bad Bunny, who has been amazing for the last 10, 15 years, 5 years or whatever.
Even longer.
Another headliner, even longer.
Yeah.
Another person that headlined. I can't remember another person that headlined. I think they said they were going to replace Frank Ocean with Blink-182. Which is crazy as old. But
whoa, wait.
Yeah, they were going to replace him with.
No, I heard that, but are you trying to say that? What are you trying to say about that replacement?
Crazy.
You saying that don't make sense, or are you saying they don't deserve it, or what?
No, I'm just saying it's just crazy that they. Oh, can you imagine buying a ticket and you're like, "Yo, I came to see Frank Ocean."
Nah, that's crazy.
It's Blink, backup quarterback is Blink-182.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I would be pissed.
So, but my thing is, I feel like he gets credit for disappearing, for being a mysterious figure.
Yo.
I don't ever want to give credit to that. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to give credit to that.
I'm glad you got
Bring
that.
this around.
I'm glad you got that ish off. That somebody, I'm gonna be real with you.
Somebody has to say this.
I'm gonna be real with you. Somebody needed to say what you got to say. And honestly, I don't hear enough people having this discussion about the fact that output matters.
Yes.
Bro, what you put out, how much product you give to the people matters. I'll give you a good example.
He's given, by the way, sorry, but to cut you off real quick, he's given his fans nothing.
Nothing.
He has given them nothing.
Bro.
He is giving them no social media posts. He is giving them no interviews. People are they just like the fact that I saw something where they were like, yo, hey man, Frank Ocean was rocking out to that one artist in a concert. He was in a hoodie. You can barely even tell it was him. He's given his fans nothing in 10 years. I'm
going to be real
with you.
Why
is he headlining Coachella?
I'm going to give you a good example, right? It's going to tie it home. We watching NBA playoffs these days, right? Mm-hmm. In sports, but in particular NBA, one thing a stat nobody gives enough credit for is someone's ability to qualify for a stat. You know, a lot of times when they say, this person averages 30 points a game. Okay. Well, guess what? Averaging 30 points a game over the course of an entire season is way different. And I'll give way more credit to that as opposed to averaging 30 points over 5 games.
Well said.
Bro,
well said.
You have to qualify. Mm-hmm. And I equate what I just said to longevity. Mm-hmm. I don't care that you dropped a phenomenal project 10 years ago, but you ain't dropped another one since. Bro, that don't mean more than somebody who been dropping consistently over that same stretch and maybe doesn't have a classic like you have. Bro, that means something, which is why, and that's why I always have a problem with Andre 3000. This is my personal opinion. I respect Andre 3000 as a rapper. I think he's incredible. His creativity, lyrically, I think this shit is top tier. Mm-hmm. It's better than a lot of people have ever thought in their life. Mm-hmm. However, as a solo rapper, which I believe is really when people started talking about Andre 3000 as a rapper and how amazing he was. Yeah, in Outkast, everybody thought he was amazing, but as a solo rapper, when he put out Love Below, obviously it was more R&B, but he started putting out verses featuring on other people's stuff. People really started giving him credit, but it wasn't because he was putting out solo music that to me should qualify him for a discussion when we start talking about top 5 rappers. This is my personal opinion. Listen, I get it. Ill-advised take. This is a hot take. This one's been brewing, guys. I felt some type of way about his name being mentioned. I feel some type of way when someone hasn't put in the longevity required to qualify for certain discussions. So now to me, going back to Frank Ocean, now the question becomes, should he be headlining Coachella in the first place? It sounds like you're saying, hell no. So why is he? What? Okay. Let's be objective here. Why do people like Frank Ocean enough to where he's a draw? People are buying Coachella tickets to see him as a headliner. Why is that? Has he bamboozled us?
He's bamboozled the fans. I mean, here's the thing. Like I said,
we've been hoodwinked.
I think Frank Ocean is an amazing artist. Amazing artist.
Yeah.
Great singer. Excellent writer. He's just different what he was able to bring to the industry. But like as fans, this is not even his fault. Let me preface this by saying this is not his fault. This is the fans' fault. The fans should want better. The fans should not be drooling over a dude, right? That we don't even know if his sound will fit in 2023.
Nah, he will.
We don't know. No, we don't know. We don't know.
If I'm a betting man,
we don't.
I would say yes.
No, but I don't know. We said the same thing. Somebody was Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill came out with
I wouldn't know what she would sound like.
We don't know.
No, but here's why I would say if I'm a betting man, I would say if Frank Ocean drops music, why it would fit is because as much as we're talking about Frank Ocean right now, the one thing I will give him is the music outside of Blonde, because I think the joint's garbage, mid. He makes timeless sounding music.
Okay.
He does. I'm going to give him that.
So does.
If you go back and listen to Channel Orange, you go back and listen to anything, the joint sounds fresh. Still.
Like I said.
So I'm going to give him that.
But you have to be, Polo G recently said, I actually don't really enjoy making music that much because I have to go back in time when I felt a certain feeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to go back to that, feeling that I felt when I make the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're assuming when Frank Ocean was in that pocket, his life looked completely different. His life was Odd Future. He was hanging out with Tyler, the Creator, and them. And then he was in a pocket where nobody even knew he was gay at the time.
Right.
He announced it on Channel Orange. You know what I'm saying?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest
Gump joint.
We don't know what this version of Frank Ocean, after the fame, after he probably went to all kinds of parties, we don't know if he would be capable of dropping something. And I think here's a perfect person to compare. Rihanna, if I were to bet on it, I think Rihanna absolutely can be successful, even though she has not dropped an album in 5, 6, 7 years. I think she'll be successful. You know why? Because Rihanna has been consistently on social media. Rihanna has gotten a good gauge of the fans and things like that. Rihanna is culture. She's been moving culture since day one. So I think she understands culture. And then number two, Rihanna's working with a whole bunch of different people on her albums. So like she's going to make sure that the people around her are going to make sure she puts out the best product possible. Frank Ocean, a good chunk of the stuff he's doing, I'm sure is him. There's no guarantee he's going to still be Frank Ocean of old.
Hey, yo, listen.
People are holding on to stuff from 10 years ago.
I mean, listen, I think.
I love Frank Ocean.
And here's the thing. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're not right. Again, I'm hanging on the fact that I believe he makes timeless sounding music when he does drop, which is not frequently at all. So we'll see. I don't know. But one thing I will say is fans are going to be disappointed no matter what. Because there's nothing that man can drop in 2023.
We'll see.
That people are going to be like, it's better than Channel Orange.
Channel Orange.
They won't say
that
it.
was lightning in a bottle. But I will say this about Frank Ocean. You know why I think Frank Ocean still gets all the hype? Because Frank Ocean is one of the only artists nobody sounds like. People have tried to imitate Frank Ocean and just cannot get Frank. Frank Ocean is legit one of a kind.
He's one of one.
Remember
that discussion we had about one of one?
He's a rare one.
Frank Ocean's one of one.
Frank Ocean's a one-of-one person.
He's one of one.
Never heard anybody like Frank Ocean.
And you see, here's the thing. I personally believe, and this is with all due respect.
10 years.
Yo.
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
Let's do this. Let's do this exercise. Let's do this exercise from the top of your mind right now.
Okay, let's go.
What was the last time you heard Frank Ocean?
A song?
From him. From a song.
I don't remember the year.
Yeah.
We could look this up, but there's a song he dropped called Provider.
I don't
know if you know the joint.
Neptunes? Was it Neptunes?
No, I don't believe so. It was called Provider. I thought it was dope.
What year?
That's what I said. I don't remember. I'll look it up while you figure out yours. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 2017 or 2018.
Really?
I swear.
That recent?
That was 6 years ago.
that recent?
Yo, you about to go back even more? You're going back even more than that?
I was going to say the last Frank Ocean song.
Let me look this up, man.
I heard was... Remember Frank Ocean was on Jay-Z's album a couple times? He was on Jay-Z's, what was it, 444? He was on 2 songs on that Jay-Z album. That was the last time I heard from Frank Ocean.
But that's different. I thought the discussion was
his actual
song? Own song. Oh. When has he dropped a song
his
himself?
Last song
that's what we were talking
Biking. About. Remember Biking? On Biking, Tyler the Creator and Jay-Z were on the song. That was 2012 was the last time I heard a Frank Ocean song that I remember. 2012. Now, I don't know when Blonde came out, but Biking was the last song. Maybe 2014. That was the last song I heard by Frank Ocean.
Okay. Provider came out 2017. Like I was saying.
Damn, that's close. That's
great.
I take back everything I said.
I love that song.
It was only 6 years ago.
I think Frank Ocean he's one of one, like you said. Mm. And if we're being honest, it's hard to even achieve that. However, output and your consistency / longevity,
you know what?
I believe should actually be more heavily weighted than it is. Fans don't give a damn about that though. Clearly.
You know what? It's going to happen.
What's up?
You know what's going to happen?
What's up?
There's going to be an AI Frank Ocean.
You see where
AI. All right, I'm on board now.
Bro.
Let's get an AI Frank Ocean up in here. Get AI Frank Ocean. That would be so tight.
You know what's crazy?
Frank Ocean AI.
Yo, everybody's crying about AI, right? What about all them projects that we wanted, we never got? What about Cole Kendrick? Ooh, what if there was an AI Cole Kendrick collab?
Ooh.
That wouldn't be fire?
It would be fire, but then
we never got it.
It would be disappointing.
I don't give a damn. We needed it. They didn't give it to us.
You know how much
AI would have helped.
you know how
AI
much
would have
hard
dropped
drive
it, bro.
space, you know how much memory, you know how much RAM you're gonna need for that type of juice.
Bro, we got the tech. We got the tech for that.
Yeah, right. You're gonna need T1 internet connection for that.
Bro, think about all the projects we never got
I mean,
that
I
AI
there
could
was
help
some
with.
posthumous
Think
albums.
about
There's some posthumous
See,
like
that's
Biggie, Tupac.
that's a whole nother
You can
discussion.
get a whole Tupac, Biggie, AI. But dog, if that's what I said, the world would end. That's not. I don't want to go there.
We were supposed to get.
I don't wanna go
We
there.
were supposed to get the Lil Wayne and Jewel's joint that officially
can't feel
leaked
my
later.
face.
We were supposed to get that.
Can't feel my face.
AI would have helped. Cause you know Jewels don't want to rap no more, bro. Just get somebody that sound like Jewel. Get AI Jewel
Jewels.
Santana, bro. I'm here for that. I don't think AI is that bad.
It's bad. It is.
I think
it is what it is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think people, when they don't understand something, they reject it.
You're right. Can I just get an AI? Like, if there is an AI that can imitate McDonald's, like food. If there was an AI McDonald's that you can just bring to your house, like, what if you had a computer that can just put out the same exact food McDonald's is putting out? Oh, I'll be happy.
First and foremost,
Or restaurants.
why? That's waste of AI. Why would I use AI to recreate McDonald's? Bro, I'm using AI to Fogo de Chao, freaking Texas de Brazil.
I'd be like, hey girl, we don't gotta go to Fogo de Chao. Let me just type this code in.
Let me go to Chat GPT. Hey, Chat GPT.
Make me a steak.
How do you create a steak from scratch? Matter of fact, bring a steak. Have a steak appear at my doorstep right
Matter
now.
Matter of fact, let's do a crazy mixture, pizza and steak.
Anyway, that's all we got for you guys, man. Listen, shout out to y'all if you made it this far, man. Hit that like button, bro. We're almost at 600 subs on YouTube. I can't believe it.
Subs. What the hell is a sub?
Subscribers.
Oh, damn. I was like 600.
Yo,
We
stop-
took 600 subs.
Stop being
600 shots at people?
stop being weird,
Subliminal messages?
bro. Yo, come on, man.
Damn.
Yo, we almost there.
Damn, son.
Yo, be part of the crew that's gonna get us there. We appreciate y'all for joining. As always, you guys let us know your thoughts, man. We're gonna put these up. If you're giving advice, just make sure it's ill.
Yes, sir.
Bow.